Hi, welcome back. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite scriptures, mostly because it really gives a good solid definition to what it is to be a Christian, to what Christianity really is. And it's not a well-known one even. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. Paul is speaking to the Corinthians who he's written a couple of letters to because they've gotten things all messed up and he's trying to straighten them out. And finally he says, I fear that you have been led astray from the simplicity and the purity of devotion to Christ. That is the core of Christianity. That is what is at the heart of being a Christian and living a Christian life and participating in the kingdom of God boils down to the simplicity and purity of devotion to Christ. We can get caught up in doing all the right things and doing stuff, and people go on Facebook and then go crazy with all the stuff that they're saying about the way things should be and what people should be doing and not be doing, and they can be right about all of it. But at the heart of it, in your Christian walk, do you have a simple and pure, uncomplicated, simple devotion to Christ? Have you said yes to Him? Have you realized that He is the King of the kingdom of heaven? And we devote ourselves to Him and say yes to His instruction, to His teachings, to what He calls us to. It's about a devotion to Him. It's about our relationship with Him. Do you have a relationship such that what He says, you say yes to? You have to lay down your own life in order to do that. So if you've never had the experience of giving up something that you want because you believe Jesus was sending you a different direction, then there's a greater thing for you to experience in your walk with Him. There is this devotion to Him. I'm devoted to you, and you feel like you need to give up something for Him. That's a real measure of the simplicity and purity of devotion to Christ. It's not complicated. It's simple. It's pure. You are the King. And it's easy to devote ourselves to this King because we're told that we love Him because He first loved us. He is so devoted to us, and it's really easy to be devoted to someone that's devoted to you. He is absolutely devoted to us. I mean, no matter what I might do to show my devotion, what I might lay down, what I might go through for Him and for His sake is just nothing compared to what He did for me, what He did for you. I mean, He was God and He became a man. Talk about a downgrade. He went from being God to limiting Himself to a fleshly human body, which is, He still is a man. As we speak, He is in a body. Now, He's still all God as well. But He became a man. And not only that, we talk about Jesus died on the cross for us, what a great sacrifice that was. And surely it was. I can't imagine being nailed to a cross. That would be awful. But a lot of people experience that. What really made Him unique was He carried the sin of the world. And He was the sinless, spotless one. Imagine you just got out of the shower, you just got dressed, you're all clean and shiny, and someone you care about is injured and stuck someplace, and the only way you can get to them is to dive in and swim across a 12-foot cesspool. If you don't know what a cesspool is, Google it. You would do that, but what a horrible experience it would be to go from being clean to being that kind of dirty. Can you multiply that by some unimaginably large number? This is what Jesus experienced when He took on the sin of the world. His devotion to us, there's nothing. That demonstrated that there is nothing He wouldn't do for us. And we get lost sometimes in the fact that, well, it seems like He could give me $1 million then. There's all these things He could be doing for me that I'm not seeing happening. And we have to understand what He does for us is within His wisdom. He understands some things that we don't. Everything is for us. And when we know that, it's really easy to devote ourselves to Him. And then that becomes the measure of our life with Him. Simple and pure devotion. I don't do the things I do as I try and pursue him and live a Christian life so that I can get a reward, although I do get that. There's a great promise that if you do these things, benefits will flow to you. And he rejoices in that. We can rejoice in that. But I do it because I'm devoted to him. He's the king. I'm the subject because I am a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, and he's the king. And I am devoted to him. This is the core of our Christian walk. Paul said, I fear you have been led astray from the simplicity and the purity of devotion to Christ. That's got to be at the heart of everything we do. It needs to launch off from there. I'm doing this because I'm devoted to him. I'm doing this for him because of my devotion, because he did all these things and does these things for me because of his devotion to me. That's at the heart of Christianity. As Christians, we need to walk it. As those who are not Christians might be watching this, understand that's what it is that's really happening within the Christian religion. It's not all the nonsense that you're seeing in the political realm. Devotion to Christ is at the middle. I need some help in this area. Where's yours?